So I'm in between projects at the moment, but I thought you might find this somewhat interesting. We just picked up this generator about a month ago for using around the property, and also as a backup power source for the house. I haven't had a chance to break it in yet. The instruction manual says 5 hours is the break-in period, and you should run it under load during those 5 hours so that the piston rings seat. So I've got an inlet receptacle installed on the house now. If you look underneath, that's the plug. The door's got a little spring on it so it closes by itself. And this design, of course, protects it from the elements, rain and snow. And I'm certainly not an electrician, so I hired a guy to professionally install this for me. This is the main breaker for this panel on the right, and this is the breaker for the generator. This here is what they call an interlock switch or interlock plate. So the purpose of the interlock is to prevent the city power being on and the generator being on at the same time. So right now the city power is on, and you can see this plate forces this breaker for the generator in the off position. So when you turn the city power off, you turn the switch here, that allows this plate to drop, and then you can turn the breaker for the generator on. I also had the electrician make me up a cord. I got a 25-foot cord. This is the end that goes into the house. It's just got a pin, and it's sort of a twist lock affair. And then this is the side that goes into the generator. This is quite a cord. This is probably an inch thick and quite heavy. I had to make it 25 feet long to give me some options of where I wanted to place the generator when it's in use. I know you can sometimes buy pre-made cords like this, but I'm really glad I had the electricians do it because I got exactly what I needed for my system, and I got the exact length I wanted. So I'm gonna do an actual test run on this today. I'm gonna fire it up, hook it up to the house, let it run for about 5 hours, get through the entire break-in period as per the instructions in the manual. So the way we've got this set up to work as per the advice of the electrician, this panel pretty much covers the whole house, all the outlets, including the garage, refrigerators, microwave, well pump, dishwasher and disposal, smoke detectors, basically all the normal functionality inside the home. So the computer's still gonna work, the TVs are still gonna work, the kitchen is still gonna work, lights, etc. So in a true power outage, we're gonna be without things like the AC compressor, the clothes dryer, things that draw a lot of current. Those things are not on this panel, so we'll just have to do without them until the power comes back on. But this panel covers all the quote normal stuff, and it should be more or less business as usual on the inside of the house for us. This particular unit has a, if I remember correctly, 7.5 or 7.7 gallon gas tank on it, and it's supposed to run for 10 hours on that amount of fuel. I'm only gonna run it for 5 hours today, so we got plenty of gas for that. This here's the main breaker. So what I'm gonna do is fire it up, let the engine warm up for 5 minutes before you connect an electrical load to it, because that's what the instruction manual said to do. So I'll get it running, plug it into the house, leave this main breaker off, and then after that 5 minutes goes by, I'll come on and turn this main breaker on, and then I'll disengage the city power, lower the interlock switch, and turn on the generator, and at that point the generator will be running this whole panel. I'm glad I didn't make the cord any shorter than 25 feet, because you lose 4 or 5 feet from the drop from the house right off the bat, and then 20 feet after that just doesn't seem very far. And of course it could be much closer to the house and still be safe, but I like this. It's giving me some options. Let me fire it up, get it through its 5-minute warm up, and then we'll turn the electricity on. So first, gas on, choke on. It's got an electric start. Main breaker off. All of the digital clocks and electronic devices and lights all stayed on when I made the switch over. The only thing that shut down was the computer in the office and the modem. I had to restart the modem and restart the computer. Both of those are up and running again. The internet is connected, TVs work, refrigerators work. Let's go check the generator. I do want to go out to the shop and check the lights out there. Yeah, the lights aren't putting any kind of a draw on the generator. So that's good to know. Well, I didn't make it the whole 5 hours today, but made about 2.5 hours. And that was a really good first test run for it. Everything seemed to work great. No issues with the generator at all. I did buy a 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on this. So my intention is to test run it maybe even as often as once a month during this first year, just to make sure everything's good with it. Because if something's going to fail, I want it to fail within this first year. But seems like a good unit so far.